Hey you guys, what's good Facebook? It's your girl Shay, you already know. I wanted to address a couple of things and say a couple of shout outs to all my people, my family, all my Facebook family, everybody. Alright, so first I'm going to do my shout outs. My first shout out goes to my favorite sister in the whole wide world, LaQuasia Cyrus. My second shout out is to my second favorite sister, Destiny, and all my other siblings, Anthony, and all that. Shout out to my best friend in the whole wide world, Hakeem. My second best friend in the whole wide world, Isha. Shout out to Nene. Shout out to Nas. Shout out to Rainisha. Shout out to everybody in y'all whole house. I love y'all whole house. Like, shout out to everybody. Shout out to my baby in jail, Trigger. I love you. Like, please free my baby. Shout out to Tamika. That bitch be, she be making me tight, man. Shout out to her. Shout out to Jamaica, her pregnant ass. Shout out to my little sister Rain. Shout out to my favorite cousin Shalia, my favorite cousin Elena, even though we go through our differences. Shout out to my favorite cousin Amira, my favorite cousin Aaliyah. Shout out to my auntie Shima. Shout out to my little brother Rashawn. Shout out to my mother with her pregnant ass. Shout out to my grandmother, my great grandmother, my grandfather. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Shauna K. I love you, girl, even though I bother you all the time. Shout out to Tori Montclair. Shout out to Mooka. Shout out to Janae. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Jaleesa, Taya. Shout out everybody. Kashona, Cookie. Shout out everybody. Shout out who else I'm gonna give a shout out to? Everybody, like my whole fam. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the whole Facebook. Who else? Shout out to Tyler, aka Tyrone. Shout out to Deja. Shout out everybody. Shout out to Rosa, my nigga from LC Bird, my whole LC Bird fam, LJ, all y'all. Shout out to my whole Metalbook fam. Shout out to VA, even though I don't like that motherfucking place. Shout out to NY. Shout out to Queen. Shout out to Long Island, because you know I'm living in Long Island and all that. Even though I'm living in Long Island, I'm still going to be in Queens all the time. So anybody getting reckless out their mouth, they already know what time it is. Speaking of whoever getting reckless, shout out to that bitch TT Hillary, bitch. I'm fucking you up. As soon as I see you, better be glad you hiding under covers. Because you pop all this shit on Facebook. I'm not about that Facebook gangster shit. I'm about real talking shit. You heard? When I see you in person, I'm fucking you up. That's word to my life, I'm fucking you up. Now you better pray for your life. Shout out to my ex. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to his mom, Lana. You know I love her to death. Shout out to Fabiola with her fat ass. Shout out... Yo. Shout out to my niggas that I met in jail. Sarah. Sade. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to Barbie, the one that was in jail. Shout out to all y'all. Anyway, about that bitch TT Hillary. You know, I'ma have to kill you, bitch. I'ma kill you. You better be glad. You better hope I never see you in Northside. Shout out to my 182 family. Shout out to that bitch Vivian Rogers Hill. Shout out to my ex Crystal. Shout out to Tanisha. Shout out to my brother Davon, aka Day Day. Shout out to Kirk with his big ass lips. Shout out to Darius with his big ass head. Shout out to Maurice. Shout out to Marcus with his fat ass. Yo, shout out to everybody. To that bitch Arabia. Yeah, bitch, you little trifling ass bitch Arabia. When I see you, I'm pulling all them Waka Flockas out your head. All of them. All of them, bitch. You better hide from me. Because I will come to Hollis. Shout out to Xavier. Shout out to all y'all, my Hollis niggas, my north side. The whole north side. Shout out to Murdoch. Shout out to Linden. All that, Springfield, everybody. And that's about it. So, about that bitch Arabia. She a trifling asshole. She's dirty. Shout out to Annie. All of y'all. That bitch Arabia, man, I want to beat her ass so badly you don't even understand Facebook. But I'm not even going to get to that. I'm going to just see her in person. Y'all going to hear about it. Y'all going to hear what happened. Y'all may just get a little video. Okay, I'm kind of busy with my little shorty. So I'm going to see y'all later, Facebook. Much love. It's your girl Shay, as I said before. Love y'all.